Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy hump day. Joe, how's it going
Morning.
today, bud? You must be busy over these last few hours here.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Yesterday, just super crazy. Did a live stream last night, bonus stream. Up late last night, up early this morning. It's just amazing. I love it.
Yep. I bet trading is exciting when this kind of stuff happens, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I'll try. We'll try to keep you engaged so you don't fall asleep on us, seeing you haven't gotten any
Oh, I'm
sleep.
good. I'm good, man. I'm good.
Hey, welcome everybody. I appreciate everybody coming here from Piper Academy. I caught the very end and he said he was forwarding over. I'm running super late today myself. So appreciate everybody being here. We're going to go check in with everybody in a moment. But if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick the bell icon. Don't forget, share this thing out, man. We really appreciate it, and smash up that like. So today we're going to take a look at what we got for some of the latest Bitcoin news. We're going to look at some other recessionary type of things that I'm sure Piper went over today. And we're going to end off with a little bit of news about Tangem, because I love Tangem. So yeah, if you're looking for one, link is in the description. You know the drill. You get 10% off. So all right, let's go check in with the chat, and then we'll start off here. So oh my goodness. Let's see. Jesse in the house. Appreciate Uncle Jesse. Listen, if you remember, drop those Uncle Jesse emojis in the chat. Army Piper, thank you again, sir, for directing everybody here. Appreciate you rating the stream. Thank you very much. Yes. Smash that like button. Smash it up. Excellent. Alexandra G in the house. Best mod queen. You know the drill. Mod queen emojis. Go ahead. Drop them in there. Yeah. Exactly. Can always count on Piper. Yeah. Hoorah. All right. Let's go. All right. So what do you say, Joe? I listen, this first thing I'm going to bring up, it wasn't even on my radar until I logged in and started checking out the news this morning, and bam, here it was. So let's bring this thing up right here. Whoops, wrong one. Live streams.
Yeah, and if you haven't already done it, guys, make sure to do the poll. The poll asks a very important question: do Americans need more to be more financial literate? And this right here, man, definitely, you do that poll. All right, go ahead, CCM.
No, facts. I was going to hit that a little bit later, but I appreciate the fact that you mentioned it right now. So right here, Bitcoin, look at the market cap. It is just going and going and going up over Google, up over Amazon, and not too far from looking at NVIDIA next. Crazy how the market cap is just like growing and growing and growing. I guess that's part of the bullishness we got going on in the market right now, Joe. What do you think?
Yes, 100%.
I agree. And listen, now another thing I wasn't going to bring up today, but I think we need to do it because, my God, and Joe, I'm sure you've got some input about this. Look at the fear and greed index. It's basically jumped how many points yesterday? Yeah, it's like crazy.
It literally went to the moon. It went to the moon and back. Yeah, it's crazy.
It really is, and again, part of what helps to excite the market, right? But at the same token, seeing that gives me a little bit of pause, and I'm sure you're going to get into that. We're going to go over, or not we. Joe is going to go over the Bitcoin chart for you shortly. I just want to throw out a little bit of news here first. So actually, we got a bunch of people jumping in. Thanks, man. Appreciate everybody jumping on in. Mike in the house. Appreciate that. All set in the house. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, hit those emojis. Appreciate it all. And everybody hitting those emojis. Yeah, this is where you come to hang out, man. All right. I've got two short videos that were interviews that I want to put up here, both from CNBC. And I think it's interesting. I think it kind of plays to where we are with the market right now. The first one here is Tom Lee on an interview talking about the deleveraging right now. and Bitcoin catching up with gold. So let's let him do the talking here. It's about a minute long, and then Joe and I can throw our 2 cents, and I'll get on to the next one.
Yeah, I think Bitcoin earlier this year may have been struggling with some of the deleveraging that was happening for institutional investors.
Just selling what they could.
Yeah, selling what they could, and I think that suppressed Bitcoin, especially over weekends. But now that deleveraging is done, I think that Bitcoin is going to catch up to gold, and Bitcoin's old high was over 110,000. So I think there is a lot of room to catch up as a sort of non-dollar asset.
As for the equity markets, you think stocks are attractive, but uncertainty is still the name of the game, and it's going to persist. Do you think the high in the VIX, what did you say that was on April 7th, that holds?
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard to match that level of fear again. So I think we're probably past peak uncertainty. I mean, even with this Fed controversy, but I don't know if we're past maximum pain. I think that there's still risk that the economic consequences are going to cause markets to be hesitant, but it's going to be hard to match that fear again. So I think a structural low did take place. Yeah, I think.
Sorry. Interesting that he thinks it's the low is in here at this point. What say you about that, Joe? And by the way, I put Allset's comment here. Yeah, hashtag hairstyles. I think that's hilarious. I love it. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Joe. Go ahead.
Yeah, in reference to the low, I mentioned this a few days ago to my group that I'm noticing like a lot of lows and then higher lows on a lot of these coins, and we could potentially be the bottom. We don't know yet. We don't know until more time has passed, and I'm not one of those that says, "Oh, I called the bottom and look at me and look, I'm so great." No, because we never know. We don't know until more time has passed. But I did mention this a few days ago, to where I'm looking at all these coins, and they're all looking like we could be coming out of the bottom, and we're now starting to break our levels. So, but we can't be too bullish, and I'll talk more about this when I go over Bitcoin, but until we make a higher high. And it just literally comes down to that very simple statement. Same thing with all these coins. We could be at the bottom, but if we break the low, then, well, we're not. And then we just continue doing the thing.
And then
for me, it's always level by level. Yeah.
And it, I don't know, like I said, even with that fear and greed, it gives me a little bit of pause that things are not going to necessarily be going in the upward direction, or at least for the long term anyway.
Right.
All right, let's take a look at this one real quick, where they're talking about Bitcoin decoupling from NASDAQ. Again, about a little over a minute long. We may not take this whole thing, but you kind of get the idea here.
Welcome back. Not a lot of green on the screen today, as you know. However, you probably didn't look at Bitcoin. Janae McKeel did. She's here. It's up 3%. What do you make of the way that this has been trading? It's decoupled, obviously, from the NASDAQ, which was a trend for a while. How do you see it?
Something that people were looking for all month, because if you go back to earlier this month, it really was trading in line with stocks. It just was not seeing the big, pops and drops that one, we're used to seeing out of Bitcoin. And two, it is outperforming the S&P. It has not really caught up with gold, the leading safe haven. But I think you are seeing evidence, not just, I think that the obvious and easy narrative would be that we're talking about Fed independence today. So Bitcoin is kind of acting as that hedge against, political uncertainty. But I also think that it's not just enthusiasm, it's also exhaustion. You're seeing investors wanting to, get back into risk, but just maybe not the type of risk that's tied to earnings or Fed policy.
You got a quick thought?
I do. Look, you've got a president who's very interested, and his family's very interested in Bitcoin doing well, crypto doing well. And I think you're close to regulation or some positive announcements on policy, and that's what's driving it.
It's evidence, Bitcoin's supportive nature is evidence that we have not had a deleveraging event. Because you have a deleveraging event, everything's going down.
Well, it has underperformed the S&P and NASDAQ overall since the peak. Recently, though, to your point, it is trading pretty well, up from 82 just a week and a half or 2 weeks ago.
Real quick, last thought?
So they're going to go into the last thought there, and we're going to pull that off. But I don't know, Joe. What do you think about that? I don't know that I agree it's completely decoupling here at this point. It hasn't shown enough stability, in my opinion. But again, who the hell am I? Old guy, interwebs.
It's same here. But for me, though, we need more time. We need more time to have more data to see. Just I sound like Powell. We need more data, but we do need more time. We need more data. We do need that, just because right now it's so early. It's so early. We could mirror it. We could decouple. We can, whatever you want to call it, but we literally need more time. So, and we're so early too. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, and again, a lot of people looking at it in that small time frame, the price action in the smaller.
And as soon as there's a small deviation, we decoupled, we whatever. It's like, no, like, let's see, how long it is, whether it's just for the day, the week, the month.
Take a breath, man. Take a breath. Yeah. All right. Well, couple more pieces of Bitcoin news, and then we're going to let Joe jump into the chart. And if you haven't already done it, make sure you smash up that like button. Appreciate that. And let's bring Joe in with some thunder. Make sure you're putting those bingo bangos in the chat. So appreciate that very much. All right, this is the next thing that I thought was interesting. Right here, they're highlighting that the Swiss National Bank is loading up on strategy, because again, remember, it's not like they can just, I'm assuming, go out and buy Bitcoin here. But take a look at this. It's kind of like wham. It's just exploding right there. And again, a positive, and does obviously correlate with Bitcoin, because I mean the strategy. Right. Any thoughts about that, Joe?
I think that's just so crazy to see what we're looking at right now. Like, who would have thought? I love it.
Absolutely. Crazy. All right. Here's the last piece of positive Bitcoin stuff I've got for you. Senator Lummis's bill now has two new co-sponsors in Congress, Bob Onder and Kimberly King Hines. And the fact that new sponsors jumping on board with this, I think that is a huge sign that our legislators, or at least at that level, are starting to get it. They're starting to understand the importance of this. They're, bottom line, positive, good sign, in my humble opinion. And so I'm looking forward to that. And we're going to stay on top of, obviously, what happens with the Senator Lummis's bill with regard to a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So stay tuned for that. Joe, any other thoughts you want to add with regard to that?
We're seeing more and more adoption, more Congress people, more people in the government talking positively about Bitcoin. And, a couple years ago, that was not the case.
Joe, even taking the time to try and understand it,
right,
and understand the space, that is crazy huge. Crazy huge. All right.
Because before it was just nothing. Sorry. Before it was just nothing but that negative thought, Silk Roads or whatever, and, just criminals. And now it's, countries are using it as their reserve. So it's come a long way.
Exactly. And as Piper was mentioning at the end, we have a new SEC chair that's recently appointed. Seems crypto positive as a whole. So that's a huge thing. So yeah, bam. Hey, Wick's wife in the chat. Appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much. And all right, Joe, are you ready? We're going to go over, take a look at Bitcoin.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, here we go. It's all you, brother.
Bitcoin, we're trying to short it. What? Man. All right, so here we were actually looking at this on my bonus stream last night. We were looking for the break of this level, and it never happened, so we never entered it. But right now it's coming into it again, and I would like to short this. The main reason, let's kind of zoom out, and this is on a 5-minute time frame. So if y'all want to see actual trades, definitely come check out my channel. But going to a 4-hour time frame, let's go to a daily. On the daily, we've mentioned this zone. This zone is very strong, between 94,270 and 91,965. Now, it's so funny. I watch a lot of people, and I see them that, most of them have the same zones. And it's so funny because the very first thing I think of is I had a comment on one of my streams. It's like, oh, you stole someone's chart. No, man, we see all this. We all see the same levels. Like these are literally the same levels. I mean, it's there's no stealing. But I see other people and they have these same things, and I just remember that comment. Just to let you know, guys, these levels don't move. They don't move. This is what I'm looking at: 94,270, 91,965. This is a zone. We've been talking about this for weeks. And if the price comes in here, I got an alert. Got an alert to short.
I like your alert.
Yeah. So, and alerts, they're going to save your butt. They're going to save your time. You know, if you don't have time to be in these charts all day, just set alerts. Set alerts. Your alert goes off. You're at the office, go to the restroom, or go to the water, you know, get some with the water cooler and put in your trade, and boom, you're set. But here, we're looking at this, and we're in our zone. We came up to this. This is from our trend lines from the previous cycle. And I can't make this stuff up, guys. Went right up here to our trend line from the previous cycle. Then here went up to our other level that's very important. And the main thing is to identify these key levels. Here is a major area for a possible, I don't know, reversal. Possible. If it does reverse, I'm looking for it to come down to at least here, 89,865 to maybe 88,613. And that's if it bounces up. If we continue coming down, which I don't think we will, but I mean, we could always have a plan A, plan B. This is my plan A. This is my plan B. I don't have a plan A that's straight up. That is not sustainable. Right. So I'm thinking when the price was here that we're going to come down. And I didn't want to short at the very beginning because it could continue going up until it finally rolls over and then goes up. So this is my plan A, plan B. One thing that we do not want to do, and Piper also talked about this, and I don't know if Piper's stealing my charts, but we also talk. But Piper is so smart, man. Of course, everybody here is more than likely from Piper, but just the information that he gives and the levels that he has, and the fibs that he draws. When I first saw it, I was like, all right, cool, you know. But as time went on, I was like, man, these levels are really playing out. So dude provides so much alpha, it's crazy. Yes. But as he mentioned early on his show today, and he goes live every single day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Piper Academy. Yes. He mentioned that he's not bullish until we start making higher highs. So I don't know if he kind of stole that from me, but that's what any trader would say right now. Any trader who doesn't FOMO. So you right there, to me, I don't need the validation from his, you know, just knowing how to trade. But that to me validates this guy knows what he's doing. You know, and granted, I believe is way smarter than me, so definitely check him out. But this validates my thought process too, where we cannot get bullish just because we broke this high. This high right here, 87,498, is the step one to the next step of creating a potential higher high. This is the transition from a downtrend to potentially an uptrend. We cannot come up here without breaking this level. Again, I trade level by level. I keep it really simple. So once we broke this level, our next level is this, and this is more of a zone. So I do expect it to possibly come back, pull back, then break out. Now, once it breaks and it makes a high, because what it's doing is making a higher high. If it comes up here, this high would be higher than this high. Potentially a lower, a higher low. So we have the macro high, low, high, low, high, low. So making higher highs, higher lows, changing the overall trend. Now we can worry about hitting 130K, 150, 200 for Bitcoin. But until then, it's all hopes and dreams, empty promises, until we break this level, step one, then break this level, step two, and then now hopefully we're on our way. But as far as Bitcoin goes, I do think that potentially at the moment we are on our way to an uptrend unless we break a low. This is literally how it goes. If you break a low, and the low that we need to worry about is right here. And we're going to do this one in this color. We'll do it in blue.
Hey, Joe, can I ask?
Yeah.
Can you possibly just call out that level just in case somebody's listening instead of watching?
Oh, yeah. So the level that we need to watch for, so that instead of being bullish, we now turn bearish again. Right now, I'm still bearish. I'm still bearish until we break the zone of 94,270 and 91,965. The low that we do not want to break is 76,322. This is the low. So this is market structure. The high that we want is the zone that I just mentioned. We want to break that so that we get out of the zone. The price action can travel anywhere in this range from 94,270 to 76,322. It can travel anywhere in here and still be bearish until it breaks one of these levels. Then that's either a continuation to the downside or potentially a reversal. Trend is changing, and now we can attack the 150, 132. But again, it's level for me, and I just try to keep trading as simple as possible because it can get really, really hectic when you have a whole bunch of stuff on your charts. Now, granted, I have all these lines. These are all the lines that I've had for a very long time, and they really do help to see where the price might get rejected or might find support. Notice my terminology: might, could, possible, chance of, probability. You never want to say it will do something or it has to do something. When you do that, you change your mindset of it may be bouncing to it will bounce. And that can destroy you as a trader. And if you want more of that information, Monday through Friday, we do it at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m. Plus, we do bonus streams. I show you how to trade in the most simplistic way without complicated terms, pattern memorization. I literally show you levels, and I show you how we trade level by level. And that's what we do.
Yep. And I put that down right here on the screen. And Joe, thank you for breaking all that up. And for those who don't know, you know what? Let me do this so you can see who's talking at you. For those who don't know, we're going to be going straight over to Joe's stream because Joe's going live at 12. So if you're on YouTube, just hang tight. We'll be forwarding you right over there. We're going to go and raid his channel. And we got like almost 10 people on X. Appreciate you being here, by the way. Thank you. Chime in, say hey. We'll give you a quick shout out. And if you are watching on X, the only thing is, stream's just going to end. You got to be on YouTube in order for me to be able to forward you on over there. All right, Joe, thank you. Appreciate that breakdown.
Oh, yeah, very welcome. Love it.
All right, so let's kick things going into just kind of more news-ish. Boy, say that 5 times fast. Kind of stuff going on. And here we go. Well, wait, maybe here we go. I don't know. My thing is freezing. Uh-oh.
Break it.
I don't know that it was you. It's probably me. Yeah.
What was it going to be? We'll ad-lib it. I'll play it out.
It's looking like it's me. Well, listen, the next thing I was about to show was the secretary saying we need more financial literacy, which completely plays into the poll that Joe was talking about earlier that is on the YouTube channel. Joe, can you cover for me for a second while I try and
definitely
reset this thing?
So on Piper Academy, very proud of my buddy. He knows how to use money. He bought a house. He bought a house, another house. So congrats to him. Very happy, very proud. And the only way you can do that is if you know how to use money. In school now, well, when I was in school, everything was black and white, but we did not do anything with money. The only thing we did with money, I think there was a class, I don't know if it was accounting or bookkeeping or what it was, but all we basically learned how to do was to balance a checkbook. That was the only financial thing that they taught us. Now, in my opinion, and oh man, I just her name's escaping me. Her icon is okay. Nobody, CCM, don't say the word. I want to get the chat going. Who's the one that has the icon as the cookie? Who's the one? The name already came back, but I want to see if y'all have it in the chat. I want to see if y'all have it in the chat. Her icon or her. She's always saying, put the what's the name of the influencer, and I want to see the chat blowing up. Put the name and then also do the stuff. But with so many people right now are talking about the lack of teaching of finances, and that to me is very, very important. We need to know, and that's how the rich get rich and the poor stay poor, because we don't know.
Amen.
We don't
Fact.
know.
Facts. And it's designed that way, let's be honest. But
Yes,
that might be a live stream for a whole another day. And you got some guesses coming on in here.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
Randy Hipper's the one.
There you
I was
go.
like, the name escaped me. I'm thinking Miss Teen Crypto is like, no, she changed her name.
Yep.
What's the?
And
it's like, and then
everybody got it too. Look,
Yeah.
it's well,
but with
great.
her, I mean, she is literally doing the good work of
Yes, she
crypto.
is.
Like, she's going and she's telling people, like, they don't teach us this stuff. They don't teach us finances. They are, in my opinion, like, there's a lot of stuff in school that we don't need to know. A lot of stuff. The stuff that we need to know to advance, us as, families and everything else, next generation, is wealth. You have to be able to buy food. So, Miss Teen Crypto, Jesse.
There you go.
Yeah.
I learned how to handle money at a young age by playing Monopoly. There you go.
I was going to jail all the time, so not for me.
Yeah, I was always in jail.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. So let's see if I can't. BC is chiming in. The rich get richer because they use their money to make money, facts, instead of using their time to make
100%. 100%. And we need more people teaching. All said. We need more people teaching how to do pretty much what and this is the Piper Academy Network is amazing, but pretty much what the Piper Academy is doing, like, they're showing you how to DCA, just like here on Crypto Coin Mindset. We do this every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like, that is the thing. Like, we're showing you DCA, we're showing you how to invest, we're showing, of course, none of us are financial advisors, but we're showing you what we're doing. And like I mentioned earlier, Randy, like, what she's doing is just, man, like, I hope she becomes the most successful, not even YouTuber, influencer, just person in general. I mean, she's going on newscasts, she's going to schools and everything. I'm getting goosebumps, but she's doing all this stuff to literally change lives, and she will change lives, so hats off to her.
Yeah, facts right here, PC. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've said that phrase. Yeah.
Yep, I'm telling you. And I have a whole book of people have a black book. I have a get out of jail book. Like, come on, you got bail money? Nope. You got bail money? Come on, guys.
Oh, that's funny. I love it. All right, let's see if I can't bring this screen up now and make this happen. Survey says I'm bumming. Come on, baby. How about that? Did it show up finally? Yay!
Yes.
All right. There we go. All right. This is not a very long video, but I thought it would be worthy to actually listen to it because, again, it plays to the poll that I have going. So by all means, please vote, because I think right after this, Joe and I will talk a quick second, even though Joe very, very nicely covered for me and covered a lot of this already. But I'll close that poll then. So let's take a look at this video real quick.
Everyone should care about financial literacy, whether you are a student with a summer job or a part-time job during school, whether you're in college, whether you're starting your career, or whether you are at the end of your career. Making good financial choices creates economic security. And look, it's fun. You learn about the markets, you learn how to properly allocate resources. And there's a big payoff over the long term for something you can do early in your career. Everyone should care about financial literacy.
Sorry about that.
Whether
sleeping at the wheel and didn't silence that there, but again, it sums it up. It sums. Oh, am I freezing again? Seriously?
No, you're not freezing. Not that I see.
Well, but my screen is. It's. I don't know what's going on, boys and girls.
It's the Matrix. It's the Matrix. As soon as you start talking about finances and improving your situation, this happens. And I get it.
Bam.
It does. It does.
It bam. And what? Yeah. So, see, it brought Joe's chart back up. Look.
There we go. There we go.
Wow, this thing is freaking out right now. And all set. Yeah, he's referring to Randy Hipper, obviously. It's the next Dennis Porter. Yeah.
So this is actually my setup. So if y'all want to take it, I am thinking that it might come up to come back down. And here's my stop loss. You can use whatever leverage you want. I have very high leverage, but just to let you know, this is my trade right here. So
thank you, Joe.
TCM gave you a sneak peek. Now, granted, does this mean it's going to play out? No, it just means this is what I'm doing. This is what I think might happen, and let's see if it comes down. It went up quite a bit. What goes and for me trading, I just break it down most simplistic. What goes up will come down. Amen. What goes down will go up, unless it's a rug, and it just depends on where it goes up or where it goes down. So But yeah, as far as the financial literacy, we need more of it. We need more of it.
Yeah, and you did hear correctly there, BC, and nerd.
Nerd.
Oh man. And Jesse, going to get some dinner. Hey, thanks for being here, Jesse. And come back. Well, you're always coming back. And maybe you'll join us again Friday night, 7 p.m. for
that was pretty cool.
Eastern time.
Yes, Eastern.
For Jesse joining us on Crypto on the Rocks. Hopefully, he joined us last week. That was fun. It was fun. Good to have him on. All right, so let's see if I can't get on to the next thing without this the Matrix glitching me out. I can't guarantee nothing. Not guaranteeing nothing. Let's see. Well, so far so good. Basically, I thought, and this post from the KBC letter, I'm going to kind of carry through for a couple of different things. We're going to read through real quick, and then Joe and I can kind of discuss it a little bit more at the end, because I think they kind of just play one into the other. That the Dow is currently on track for its worst April performance since 1932. So we're talking Great Depression time.
Wow.
It's crazy, right? A Dow down 38.31. That's 9%, over 9%. That's just insane. The next thing from the KBC letter, KBC newsletter, again, another recession kind of signal has arrived, and copper to gold ratio has dropped to its lowest level in 40 years. This ratio has halved over the last 3 years. The decline has accelerated over the last month as gold prices have risen 9%, and we have seen gold just kind of like, it's like it's on a moon mission right now. And copper has plummeted 8%. The rapidly falling copper to gold ratio has historically signaled a weakened global economy. Previous major downturns in this indicator were seen in 2020 and 2008. And we both know, and everybody else who's still kind of here knows what happened in 2020 and 2008. Not good stuff. Not good stuff. And I'm just leaving that graphic up for 1 second there. But let's take a look at this next piece of information. The median U.S. home payment rises another 2.5% year over year to a record of $28.19. Who the hell can afford that for a mortgage payment or a rent payment? Or Jesus, I'm sorry. It just drives me nuts, because the banks will say, oh, yeah, you don't qualify for a mortgage because there's no way you can afford that. But then you got to go get an apartment that you're going to pay the same damn amount.
Right.
and end up having to afford it or be out on the street. Just, saying. Anyway, home payments have now surged by approximately $570 per month, or 25% over the last 3 years. The increase driven by a combination of rising median home prices and rising interest rates. Obviously, median home sales have increased 2.6% year over year to, look at this, $387,000, the highest since August of 2024. Wow. And meanwhile, you got mortgage rates back over 7%. I have one other thing I want to show, but Joe, I don't know about you, but I can't afford that. I mean, nope. Seriously, do you know a lot of people that can afford that?
Nope. I need a new group of people. That's what I need, because that's a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. And Automatic Beats is in the house, dude. You can be as late as you want. I appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you being here. All right, here's the last piece, and then we can beat the proverbial dead horse here. Guess what? With all that information about rising median home prices, the defaults on homes and mortgages has skyrocketed. Look at this. And now there's an entire thread here, and we're not going to go through that thread. I think the graphic here pretty much says it all. That is just insane. I mean, almost back to levels that we saw back in 2008. When you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But yet you've got to live somewhere, unless you're living on the street. And again, conversation perhaps for another live stream. But this is just insane and honestly moving in the absolute wrong direction, if you ask me. I mean, I don't know, Joe. I think I need a drink already, and it's time.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before, where then this rolls over to the credit cards, and that's why we have the delinquencies in the credit cards, because literally you're stealing from your left to pay from your right, and that's what a lot of people are doing, because everything's going up except the pay, and this is why people have to get a second job or a third job just to make ends meet. It's rough. Well,
we talked about that on Monday, right? The number of Americans, because we're relating it to the U.S., working multiple jobs jumped. I forgot even how much it was already. It's right. Like skyrocketing, because people need to survive, right? Then guess what? You need the money in order to do that, because of course, what are they doing here? I was still drinking milk. Well, I wasn't talking milk. I'm just saying, just putting that out there. Yeah. What did he say? I was still they're talking about something. Okay. Anyway, so here's the next thing. I've written about this on my website, again, cryptocoinmindset.com. For those who don't know, go ahead, check out my website. I try to, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I've kind of been slacking on putting information on my website recently. I've just been so busy with YouTube and trying to actually launch this series for people coming new into the cryptocurrency space. Some of these videos are so long and so jam-packed with information. The last one I just finished editing took me an entire day to edit it. It was, to make sure it's complete, got all the links and cards, and oh my God. Anyway, we're going to be launching that pretty soon. Doing another recording session with Crypto Billy tomorrow, and so stay tuned. These are starting in just under 2 weeks. We're going to put them out on Sundays. We're going to premiere them, and I'll be in the chat to talk with everybody for that. All right. So anyway, sorry, get back to this. I like this. And again, I've written about this, especially where it comes to Kraken. Kraken already has a banking license in the state of Wyoming. Now, they haven't been able to get federal licensure because, again, they're getting the Kathy Wood treatment, where, they're basically getting the nose stuffed up by the, the regulators for the banks. But right here, crypto giants Coinbase, Circle, Bitgo, and Paxos are applying for U.S. banking licenses. I think that is great, and it is huge news. Joe, what do you think here?
Yeah, same. Anytime anybody is doing something like this, it's just more adoption, more. And now when you say Bitcoin, people don't look at what's that. You get that look it's not as often. Before you say Bitcoin, like what's that? Now it's like, I think I heard of that. What was that again? But I mean, it's everywhere,
Right.
everywhere.
Right.
So,
Well, I mean, let's hope that they actually get legit treatment, and I'm kind of hopeful that Kathy Woods can get out of that whole fiasco that she's involved in, trying to get, heaven forbid, a 100% reserve bank licensed in the United States, instead of what we see with it's not even fractional reserve banking anymore. It's zero reserve banking since COVID. So I mean, come on now. That's just insanity. I should probably take a quick second, remind everybody, appreciate you being here. Thank you for those who are still kind of hanging out and in the chat. Appreciate you. If you have not already, smash up that like button and share this thing out. Appreciate that. I actually only have one other thing to talk about, and we're gonna probably end up wrapping a little early and head over to Joe's a little bit early. Not that I'm trying to force you to start early or anything, Joe. That's not my intention. We just kind of got really talking quick there in the beginning. So anyway, I just lost it. Jeez. Okay. Keep the matrix to yourself, Joe. That's all I'm saying. Keep it to yourself right now. Listen, you guys know I love Tangem. I promote it, and if you're looking for a Tangem hardware wallet, link is in the description. You use it, you can save 10%. You don't have to use it. It's whatever. I whether you use it or not, I would still promote Tangem wallet, I think, and especially for those who are of a certain age. I think it becomes something that's easy to use. It's super simple to set up. You can do it within minutes. And if you're looking on how to do that, I have an entire playlist that puts that together for you. But right here, I thought this was good. Now, I think, Joe, what was it? A week ago, you and I were talking about them taking out like a full-time ad in the New York Times.
You're right.
Right. And now here we are. They've got all kinds of ads in the Paris subways, basically. And look at this. I mean, quality print ads all over the place. And it's huge. That's huge, in my opinion, with regard to trying to not only promote the Tangent wallet, obviously, but in the process of that, you're promoting cryptocurrency. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, what do you think, Joe? I mean, you use Tangem, don't you?
Yeah,
I think you do.
Yep. I use Tangem. I really like it. At first, I was a little hesitant just because of the technology. My first one was a Ledger wallet where I got to push buttons and do all this other stuff, and then I see the Tangem. I was like, man, it looks too easy, so it more likely it's complicated. Man, I got it. Tapped the phone, did my little thing. I think it's the easiest thing I've ever done. Transferred over my coins, the whole nine. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, anybody who has another type of wallet, whether it's a Ledger or a Treasury or whatever it's called, then try the Tangem. Links in the description, and you save money, help support the channel. But I absolutely love the Tangem wallet. Super easy to use, and I was a little nervous, and no, for nothing. So it's like,
I know you think that okay, this. Well, I mean, if you've been around the cryptocurrency space for any length of time, I mean, remember when you had to like download entire files for wallets and stuff like that, and it was not easy at all, and it's gotten easier. And listen, if you're still using Ledger, like Joe was saying, I mean, hey, no problem. I've gotten away from like trying to use that little screen there,
Right.
and happy to be away from that. And Trezor, same thing. Again, super open source on Trezor, so easily auditable, etc.
But I tell you what, though, that Tangem, all you do is you just boop. That's it. That's the difficulty. That is literally the most difficult part, is just tapping it.
Yeah, right. And making sure it does its. Yeah, when you're initially setting it up and waiting that 15 seconds for it to do its countdown. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, super.
I love it.
And these days, just to again, this isn't meant to be a Tangem commercial here at this point, but these days you can also stake on Tangem for a lot of the coins. Obviously, they're adding new assets that they support all the time. So again, check out whatever asset it is that you're looking to throw on a Tangem to make sure that they currently support it. But yeah, it used to be even I mean, you couldn't stake, you couldn't do anything with regard to Tangem Wallet, and now that's so not the case. Anyway, that's pretty much. I thought that was interesting. So again, link is.
I do want to say one more thing about Tangem Wallet.
Yeah, go right ahead, man.
The biggest concern that anybody has whenever they're going to get a wallet is, does it hold my coin? Does it hold different coins? And for me, I have a lot of, not, the top 100 or even the top 200 coins. I have a lot of other coins, and I was very, very impressed when it had my other coins, that I had. And these coins, they're not in the top 200. These are like way down. And sure enough, yeah, you can transfer it over. So I just want to put that out there. Like, if you have a wallet that doesn't hold your coins, there's a really good chance Tangem Wallet does.
Yep. And if they don't currently, it's probably on their timeline to integrate that. So yeah, and yeah, that's all I can say about that. That's all I can say.
I can say more. No, I'm like,
well, yeah.
I love it. I just say that I love it.
I just want to highlight BC's comment here real quick, trying to get back when we were speaking about banking a minute ago and the fractional reserve or zero reserve banking. He's saying that they're trying to get back to fractional. Is it now required? I didn't think that had come into play yet, where deposits have to be 1% reserve. But I didn't realize that. If I'm incorrect, my apologies for putting out erroneous information in BC. Love you, man. He's always he's got my back all the time with that information, all the time. But still, let's be honest here, right? 1%. But then you got, like I said, Kathy Wood's bank, who is literally trying to do 100%. No, we can't have none of that. Can't have none of that. Also, all right, all set saying, yeah, Tangem is cool. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. They good for hardware wallets. Yeah, hardware wallets, super. And Automatic Beats saying this pretty much the same thing. Yeah, Cool Wallet Pro and Tangem. There you go. And you know what? Automatic Beats brings up a good point right here. It's always a good idea to use multiple wallets, even hardware wallets. Obviously, you should be using multiple styles of wallets depending on what you're doing. A hot wallet, for example, if you're going to be doing active trading, that kind of thing, and or accessing some kind of Web3 property. But like I think I mentioned it on Hot of the Line on Monday night, that don't be like Mark Cuban, leave your money in your MetaMask wallet and then you get hacked for like, $750,000. Well, I mean, if you got $750,000, maybe you can take that loss.
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, if you're holding that kind of money, you probably want that in a hardware wallet. Just saying, put it in cold storage. That's pretty much what I got, Joe. Is there anything you want to tell everybody about before we head over to your stream, about what you got going on or coming up or anything like that?
Yeah, just that I go live every day and I do bonus streams. Also doing some crypto music. So you can find the crypto music. Yeah, you can do the crypto music anywhere, that has music. You go and you search Trade Intuition or music by Trade Intuition. And it's on Spotify, it's on Amazon Music, it's on any platform, Trade Intuition, and these songs, they actually teach you how to trade. So you're jamming out and subliminally, I can't even say the word, but you are,
and it's not even crypto on the rocks.
And it's not even crypto on the rocks. And you are literally learning how to trade. I talk about the fib retracement. I talk about the hindsight hustlers. That's one of my favorite songs, where they always say what already happened. Oh, this is where you should have entered and where you should have exited. It's like, yeah, man, it's easy to do after the fact. But when you're in the moment, that's when we make money. We make money, we lose money. But hindsight hustlers, man, they're $1 million traders because, well, they never lose because, well, they know what happened.
Yeah,
but, so definitely check out my music.
Your music is fire, brother. Fire.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I work really hard on it to where it flows and it makes sense.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of times where, it doesn't work. And it's like, nope, that's not what I teach. That's not how I teach. And you'll see that there's a lot of my sayings in the songs. So yeah,
yes,
I love it. It's a lot of fun, and people are enjoying it. So Trade Intuition, anywhere you can find music, search it up, and you'll be surprised.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love the fact you're on Spotify too. I think I forgot to mention the results of the poll. I mean, it is in the chat, but 100%.
100%. I saw it.
Said, 100% think we need, or Americans need, because it was specifically Americans, need financial literacy. And I double thumbs. Who's got double thumbs about that? Me. Because I'm sorry. I'm with you, Joe. When they were when I was in high school, again, old guy interwebs, but the best I could get was what you were just saying, learn how to balance your checkbook, how to write a check, and that should show you, because the last person I saw, I was in the store the other day, and for the first time in a long time, I saw this older lady. And when I say older lady, that makes me look young, writing a check for her groceries. And I was thinking to myself, man, I can't remember the last time I've written a check. I just can't. But that was the only thing I could get back in the day at that point. Was that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a really quick story time. I used to be
go ahead.
I used to be a cashier, and I would hate it when somebody would write a check. Man, I would hate it because it was like a surprise. Oh, your total is $191.91. Oh, then they get their purse. Then they look through their purse. Then they find, it's like, is this a surprise? Like, did I just like, hello, you got to pay? No, it's like, this is what happens at the end of the transaction. And so she goes, do you have a pen? I said, oh yeah, sure. And of course, very sarcastic. Oh yeah, sure. Did you forget you're going to write a check today? And I give it
exactly.
It's like my little, like, come on, man, like, be ready. Like, and for us, we have a limit of how fast we can go, or have our people how long they can be in the line. So it's like, you're killing my time. That's all we care about is our time. That's why we're always so fast. And she's like, you have a pen? Like, oh yeah. Did you forget you're gonna write a check today?
Yeah, you forgot about that. Huh?
Like, man,
I will give props to end off the story time. I will give props to the lady that was in front of me doing that. She was prepared. She was actually ready.
Even better.
I know.
I like, those are the ones that I absolutely love, where they have everything filled out except for the price, or they're filling it out as I'm doing it. And then I give them the total, boom, boom, boom. Here you go. Thank you. All right.
Zip, zap, and it's done. Yeah, exactly. It was, I'll give her that props. All right. Listen, we're going to be heading over to Joe in a few minutes here. Joe, if you need to leave, you just let me know.
I'm going to go ahead and bounce. I do thank you guys very much. If you haven't already smashed the like, stay tuned, stay here, and you'll automatically be redirected to my channel. I'll be going live in just a few moments. I do thank you guys very much. Thank you, CCM, for having me on today. Absolutely love it. And we will see you in a few minutes.
Yeah. Appreciate you being here, Joe. Thanks, man. Thanks. We'll see you. All right, guys. I'm just going to catch up on the chat real quick, and then I'll give you a quick breakdown as to what's going on for me. Places do still accept checks, BC, believe it or not. I not many. I'll tell you that, or at least that's what it seems. And maybe it's just people ain't using them anymore. Tap pay, which I think a lot of these people actually prefer, especially the way you get the skimmers these days on your when you're using your debit card and that kind of thing. I know we're getting off on a tangent here, and I apologize for that. But yeah, at least the tap pay that you got a less of a chance for getting your cards skimmed while you're trying to pay for your groceries or whatever it is you're paying for. Thank you, Automatic Beats. You're the best. You always say that. And yes, Bingo Bango's into the chat. Thank you, Joe. All right, just for so everybody knows, as always, Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Crypto on the Rocks. Listen, think about being outside in your backyard, around the fire, with your family, with your friends. Yeah, you're cracking open whatever your favorite beverage is, because it doesn't have to be alcohol. But I mean, you know, for those of us who are there, a lot of us are having a beer or two, or some of us a little bit more than that. Anyway, we I just put out a recent because BC Port Corp asked Bedell because he didn't even realize that we had promoted the HODL the line stream, and Bedell was the one asking me to do it on Crypto on the Rocks, and he didn't even remember we did it. And but BC asked him, like, how on the rocks were you? It's funny. Anyway, if you're not a member, you can get access to all that down below. But Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time every Friday, yeah, we'll enjoy a little bit of conversation, a laugh, and the conversation goes where it goes. And Monday, 11 a.m. as always, Joe and I again live Crypto Market Mondays, and then HODL the Line, myself, BC, and Bedell live on Mondays. All right, that's it. I'm going to wrap this thing up. Appreciate everybody being here. And just if you are on YouTube, sit tight. We're going to go raid Joe's stream when we get there. Make sure you're typing in CCM raid. That way he knows you're coming from here. All right, that's it. We'll see you Friday night, 7 p.m. Crypto on the Rock.